The next layout container that we're going to look at is a border. A border is again another simple layout container, but in this case I'm going to go ahead and select my three elements, number 1, number 2, and number 3, and when I right-click on them, one of the menu options is Group Into. This command is always available and it allows you to take the current selection and wrap them with a layout container. In this case, I'm going to wrap them with a border. Now the border by itself doesn't look too interesting, and in fact, by default, isn't even present. I'm going to select the border, and I'm going to go into the Properties Inspector to change some of its properties. Since the last time I was in the Property Inspector I searched for clip, I'm going to press the X to clear out my search and bring back all my properties. By default, the background and border brush are both null brushes, so they don't display. I'm going to change the border brush to a solid brush and make it black. The next property I'm going to work with is the corner radius. The border control allows you to set the corner radius on each corner individually. So if, for instance, I set it to 10, 10, 10, 10, I'm establishing that I want each corner of the border to be 10 pixels rounded. The border thickness is still set to 0 on all sides, so the border still isn't displaying. I'm going to change this by setting these all to 5. You'll notice as I set the values that each portion of the border is being filled in. The border is unique in that it's the only Windows Presentation Foundation control that allows you to set the border thickness on each portion independently. The numbers displayed as the corner radius start in the top left corner and then go around. So if I change the corner radius to 10, 0, 0, 0, you'll notice that the top left corner is rounded, but the rest of the corners are squared off. The border control by itself, again, does not have any concept of relaying out the elements inside it. It only allows you a convenient way to group your controls together so that you can move them around. As I resize the border element, since its first child is a grid, the resize behavior of the border element becomes the resize behavior of the grid inside it. We're done looking at the border element, so once again I'm going to press Ctrl-Z to bring myself back to the state I was in beforehand. I need to press it a few more times because I set some properties while I was working.